MFA updates
Good morning. Welcome to MFA Update, a weekly program where we bring you Thailand's foreign affairs and activities. Today, you're here with me, Grace Nishaka Phumi. This week, we will talk about APEC Economic Leaders Week or AELW, and we have invited Kun Cherdchai Chaivaivid, Director General of the Department of International Economic Affairs, to be giving us more details on this matter.
The foreign affairs that matter. Special guests from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. This is the MFA updates.
Hello, Kun Cherdchai. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the show and nice to talk to you again.
Thank you for having us.
This month, the United States is hosting the APEC Economic Leaders Week in San Francisco, California. And I would like you to talk about the significance of the APEC Summit to Thailand for our listeners, please.
APEC is a premier economic forum, and as we know it, consisting of 21 economies, including Thailand. And the fact that Thailand is the founding member of APEC, we have hosted a number of APEC summits in the past. And in particular, last year, the successful APEC Thailand 2022 last year, this upcoming APEC Economic Leaders Week in San Francisco will be ever more important for Thailand in the sense that the U.S., who is the host economy this year, is building on the success of our host year of 2022, particularly the implementation of the Bangkok goals on bio-circular green economy. So it is very much important for Thailand in that respect. And also, this is a platform where we work closely on equal footing with all member economies, including, of course, major economic power such as the U.S., China, and Japan. And the fact that, as many as 15 member economies are, in fact, our top 15 trading partners. Engaging in the APEC process is vital to our regional economic cooperation.
And what are the main themes and key issues in the United States hosting the APEC Summit this time?
As I said, sustainability is the core concept of driving APEC this year, drawing from the successful conclusion of Thailand's APEC 2022. This is very important because what the U.S. has been doing is basically implementing the content in the Bangkok goals that we, Thailand as host economy, initiated last year. So I would say that the overall concept of this year's conversation is built around conversation on sustainability. And a couple of things else, which is very close to APEC work, trade and investment, connectivity, digital economy, and of course, inclusivity. So those are main areas of our conversation in the coming week.
And how does the United States hosting the APEC Summit relate to Thailand's hosting of the summit last year?
Well, as I mentioned, there is a strong connection between last year and this year theme, in particular on sustainability. You see that the conversation on driving the biodiversity, circular economy, and green economy has been put at the core conversation of APEC since our host year responsibility last year. This time around, the U.S. is continuing nicely from the theme that we set forth last year into this one. And of course, if you look at the next host which is Peru. Very much the same kind of theme connection from the year that Thailand hosted APEC. So that is the connection of our host year and the U.S.
And could you share what the Ministry of Foreign Affairs aim to push forward at the upcoming APEC summit this time?
I think we are at an interesting timing because of the new government and a couple of priorities that we are going to highlight during the APEC Leaders Week. Among those subjects will be indeed our very own project, Land Bridge, which is at the heart of the government's economic drive right now. And it will fit in nicely within the connectivity context of APEC. Another thing I like to touch upon at this point is clean energy drive by the government. It is clear, but especially from the Bangkok goals, that member economies commit to drive forward green transition towards post, carbon neutrality, net zero in the coming decade. So supporting clean energy is at the heart of this government operation, and of course it's something that we are highlighting at the upcoming Leaders Week. And at the same time, as Prime Minister Cherdchai indicated, not less than on a few occasions, to attract foreign direct investment, we need to be clear on how to supply clean, and alternative source of energy to investors. This is something that we will definitely speak about among public sector and the private sector that we are going to have a series of dialogue with during the course of next week as well.
And finally, what benefits do you think that Thailand can gain from participating in the APEC summit this time?
Well, I think it always comes back to the thing that we initiated during our whole year of 2022. Apart from the biocircular green concept of driving the economy, we very much advocated for an open Asia and the Pacific. We invested a lot of conversation on how to support safe travel among and between economies post-COVID-19. And now that travel, in particular air travel, has revived much faster than expected, we are looking beyond safe travel into the question of how to connect the Asia-Pacific oceans and the Indian Ocean, hence the Land Bridge project. This is a mega project that the government is pushing forward, and we are at the same time undertaking a roadshow to the U.S., as one of a number of destinations in our conversation on how to attract foreign investment in such projects. So that, APEC would be a good opportunity for us to talk about connectivity vis-a-vis the Land Bridge project. In energy, as I mentioned, very important to attract foreign direct investment. And of course, we spent a lot of time last year talking about how to revive the conversation on an APEC, APEC FTA, in the name of FTAP. It is clear that this government gives priority to driving free trade agreement, both at regional and bilateral level. So under trade and investment, I would anticipate a good conversation or two by our leadership and the foreign minister on ways to drive forward the Asia Pacific Free Trade Agreement or FTAP in the coming years. It's not easy because this conversation has been there since I think more than 10 years ago. But if we achieve in introducing or reintroducing FTAP to the APEC conversation, I think that is a huge potential for this market to have a pan-Asia Pacific Free Trade Agreement, something that has never really happened before. If you look at agreements such as CPTPP, it does not have the biggest economy in the Asia Pacific in the agreement, the U.S. I think FTAP is going to be another major point that we should follow rather closely. And it would, of course, give huge opportunity for Thai exports to the Asia Pacific member countries.
All right. And that was a very informative discussion about APEC Economic Leaders Week 2023 taking place in California, United States. Thank you so much, Kun Cherdchai, for being in our show today. Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Thank you. Thanks very much.
That was Kun Cherdchai Chaivaivid, Director General of the Department of International Economic Affairs, talking about APEC Economic Leaders Week or AELW. And that's it for the program MFA Update for this week. If you want to listen to the previous episodes, please visit the YouTube channel MFA Thailand. And don't forget to check out our Facebook page, FM88 Radio Thailand English. Alright, so thank you so much everyone for listening and I will see you next time. I'm Grace Nishaka Phumi. Have a good day. สวัสดีค่ะ
MFA updates